Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. My name is Milo, and for the past month, I've been existing inside a house that no longer felt like a home. It felt unfinished, like a memory someone started and never completed. When my wife Arya left with a single suitcase and a loosely explained need for space, I prepared myself for what usually follows. Awkward silence. Lingering confusion. That dull ache that settles in your chest. What I didn't prepare for was the calm. Not the forced kind, not the numb kind, but an easy quiet that settled into the rooms she abandoned. Were no arguments. Echoing off the walls, no tension hanging in the air, no careful steps taken to avoid emotional tripwires. Just me and a steady stillness that felt strangely familiar, like reconnecting with an old friend I'd forgotten I missed. During the first week, I expected her to call. By the second, I accepted that she wouldn't. By the fourth week, being alone fit me so naturally that imagining her return felt like remembering a song I once loved but could no longer sing. So, when the front door finally opened and she stepped inside, suitcase rolling behind her, smile carefully arranged, I didn't feel joy. I didn't feel fear. I felt neutral. She entered with the confidence of someone stepping back into what they believed was still theirs. "Milo," she said softly. "I'm home." I gave a small nod. "Seems that way." Her eyes scanned my face, searching for something regret. Longing, relief, anything she could lean on. I gave her nothing. That version of me no longer lived here. She set her bag down and brushed her hair behind her ear. That familiar move she used whenever she wanted to seem gentle. "Did you miss me?" she asked playfully, as if I'd spent sleepless nights waiting for her absence to end. I offered. A polite smile. I didn't really get the chance. The words landed heavier than I intended, but I didn't soften them. Some truths don't ask permission. Her face tightened, confusion first, then irritation. Before she could respond, the bedroom door opened behind me. Two people stepped out. Cleo and Nova, her twin cousins' hair messy, both wearing oversized shirts. For a moment, I realized I'd almost forgotten they were there. They'd been living with me the entire month. They'd come to the city for internships. When Arya left, they asked if they could stay until the program ended. I agreed. They were easy to live with, considerate, quiet, independent. They bought their own groceries, cleaned up after themselves, and never turned conversations into emotional interrogations. Arya hadn't known. She'd never asked. Cleo stopped short. "Oh," Nova blinked. "You're back." Arya spun toward me. "They've been living here? They didn't have another place," I said evenly. "Their internship wrapped up yesterday?" Her eyes widened. "In our house? For an entire month?" "Milo, why didn't you tell me?" I lifted an eyebrow. "When would I have done that? During the calls you never made, or the messages you never sent?" Her lips pressed together, embarrassment disguised as offense. "That's unfair." "I gave you the space you asked for," I replied calmly. "But the world didn't freeze because you left." Cleo shifted awkwardly. "I can step out for a while, give you both privacy," Arya snapped. "No, stay." All three of us froze. "So," she said slowly, looking at them again, "you were here the entire time I was gone?" "Yes," I said. "They mostly kept to themselves. I barely saw them outside of dinner." "And that didn't bother you?" she asked, sharply. "Living with two women while your wife was away?" I met her gaze, tired more than angry. "Why would it? They're family, and you're the one who chose to leave." The room grew heavy, not with anger, but with truths we'd avoided. Arya glanced at the twins again, and something flickered across her face. Not jealousy, not suspicion, something quieter, insecurity. "I didn't think you'd be okay without me," she admitted. "There it was. You thought I'd chase you," I said gently. She didn't argue, and when I didn't, she whispered. "No," I answered simply. Her shoulders sagged. "I didn't enjoy it," I continued. "I didn't hate you for it. I just noticed." "And what happened to us?" she asked. "We stopped hearing each other," I said. "Stopped being kind. We let resentment replace communication until silence felt safer than honesty." Cleo and Nova hovered near the hallway, unsure if they should disappear or remain. Nova lightly touched Arya's arm. We never wanted to cause trouble. You didn't, I said. You being here wasn't the issue. It just showed me something unexpected. Arya looked up. What? That peace is possible, I said quietly. And it doesn't come from distance. It comes from the right presence. Her eyes filled not theatrically, not manipulative, like just raw emotion. I came back because I thought I still mattered. She said, because I thought you'd realize you needed me. You do matter, I told her gently. But needing you was never the problem. Leaving and expecting me to wait in emotional suspension, that was... Her throat tightened. And now, she asked. Now I'm questioning whether waiting is love, I said. Sometimes it's just abandoning yourself. Cleo let out a slow breath. Nova looked down. They weren't intruding. They were witnessing something honest. I never meant to hurt you, Arya said. I know, I replied. But intent doesn't erase damage. We stood there for people in a shifted moment, careful and quiet until... She finally asked, what do you want me to do? I paused, not to punish her, to be truthful. First, I said, I need honesty. Not the dramatic kind, the real kind. She nodded. And second, I need to know if you came back because you love me, or because you didn't expect this place to function without you. Her mouth opened, but no words came. After a long moment, she whispered, I think it might be both. I exhaled. That's what scares me. Cleo stepped closer. Maybe this isn't about solving everything today. Maybe it's just about admitting what's broken, stopping the pretending, Nova added softly. Arya looked at Mir, looked tanned. Whatever armor she'd been wearing finally collapsed. I want to fix this, she said. But I need you to meet me halfway. For the first time since she'd left, I understood my own truth. Arya, I said, I don't need you to come back. Her breath caught. I need you to come home. Those are not the same thing. Finally, she understood.